We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
53.
Here we go on 4th. Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Hey, here we go, hey.
From the 50, it's Smith.
He completes this to Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Nix from the shotgun.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Nix. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Adam Troutman.
26 yards.
And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line.
Toss left side for Walker. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Geno.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
53.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
And the first play will be a field goal try. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter.
Myers' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And now an audible here into something else. And here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2. To throw is Nix.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Nix to the air. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. That is caught by Vele.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw, here's Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Williams will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
The kick by Lutz is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one. Close quick.
Line.
Geno now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, it's a clip.
Here's Smith. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half.
Hey, here we go. Hey, 49, flip her off, 49.
The final shot here before break. Smith. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's Nix. This one swung out to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Here's Smith.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. He's got it.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they